Jordan Strecker.
Jordan, what do you do at White River Health?
I am the clinical manager over PCU, 3rd floor, 4 East and 4 Central. My hobbies, they're pretty, I don't have a lot of hobbies. I love to spend time with my kids. We like to go on side-by-side rides. And my wife, we like to swim and do, like I said previously, we spend a lot of time outside, taking care of our animals, going on hikes. But my personal hobbies that I just live and die by is I'm a hunter and a fisher. During deer season, well, I say deer season, during all hunting season, every weekend's tied up with either, my wife would agree, I'm doing something that revolves around that. I have 2 daughters. Liv is the youngest. Aniston's the oldest. They're mine and my wife, and then my wife, Briley. We live just outside northwest of town towards Cushman. We got about 20 acres there. We have a little bit of a funny farm. We have goats, chickens, dogs. We just love being outside. We want anything and everything that you can do outside, that's what we're gonna do. We don't spend a lot of time indoors, and just spending time and hanging out with our friends and families is what we like to do. Like I said, I'm a hunter. One thing that I want to do is I want to go out west and I want to hunt elk. I want to, go through trying to find them in the mountains and just all of the steps, call one in, and I'd like to kill one with my bow. But I'm not opposed to going during a rifle season or a muzzleloader season. But that's one of the things that I've really thought about and always wanted to do. And I really want to kill one. There's an Arkansas lottery for an elk tag here in Arkansas that I put in every year to get. I've not got one yet, but if I do, I'll do that as well. We like to go to the beach. Just got back from a vacation. It was probably one of the most relaxing vacations that I've gone on in several years. We chose an area that we've never really went to. It just a little bit further than Panama. It's called Port St. Joe. But when we set up our canopy on either side, 100 yards or more before there was another person on that beach. And so it was just very laid back and very, you weren't elbow to elbow on the beach. Whenever I go on vacation, I don't like being elbow to elbow to people. I want to be able to relax and listen to the music that I want to listen to. I don't want to listen to somebody else's music while I'm trying to listen to mine. And I want to be able to see my kids very easily. And whenever you're on a super crowded beach, sometimes unless you're right at the front, it's harder to see your kids whenever they're close to the water. Typically I notice the way they smile. I like to read body language. It's how I know how a conversation is going, or know if maybe there's somebody that I can go talk to at that time, or if it's probably better to let's table this conversation and we'll have that conversation a little bit later. I started out here right out of high school. And before working here at White River, I worked fast food at my grandparents' restaurant. I did that while I was in high school, and I came here and I've never turned back. I've never thought about leaving White River, and I've been here, like I said, almost 17 years now. I like to tell jokes. I like to tell dad jokes, there was a moment during COVID where, everybody was going through rough times, and I went around this hospital and all my departments, and I would tell dad jokes all day, every day, whenever I was rounding on the staff. And even so, whenever I was working on the floor, to where patients, whenever I'd come back the next day, they would tell me a dad joke. Every year I've received gifts from around Christmas from my employees. Typically it's a book of dad jokes. My wife gets me a book of dad jokes. I had a tin full of dad jokes that I received, just so that way I always had material to share. I don't really have any favorite quotes that that I've heard somebody say or that I've read, but something that I say on the regular, and I say it to my wife, I say it to my team, I'll say, I'm going to worry about that when that becomes something to worry about. And it's not because I'm not thinking about it. It's because if I dwell on something, on the what if, possibly this could be bad, or that, it's going to be less than desirable, I don't want to frame my mind that way. I want to worry about that when that's something to worry about. It's in the back of my mind, but I'm not going to worry about it, because I always try to keep a positive attitude in any situation. I look for the silver lining whenever I'm doing anything that I do. I do watch a lot of movies, and I thought about this for a long time, because there's a lot of quotes that I quote off to. You can ask my leader, Samantha Tate. She can't stand it. I will quote movies all the time, but one of the quotes that I say all the time, and whether they're appropriate, it fits in the situation or not, is my mama says alligators are hungry because they got all those teeth and no toothbrush, and that's from The Waterboy. Just getting to interact with people. I like seeing the growth of my employees. I like seeing them come into their own. I like seeing them become, I've got a lot of employees that have worked with me for several years, and they've started out as patient care techs, and now they're nurses, and some of them are even charge nurses now, and I've really enjoyed being able to be a part of that journey for them. I got into nursing because I like to help people, and so as a nurse, I was helping people, the patients. Now I get to help the patients by helping my employees. It's just being available for them and trying to make time and know each of them on a personal level. Lately, it's a little bit more difficult to know all of them because we have so many new employees. But I think that my team in general does a good job of trying to know their employees and trying to be available for our employees. And then just working with the team. I have a great team of clinical leads that without them, I couldn't do what I do every day. And then my upper leadership, Samantha Tate and Jennifer Sandage, they give me a lot of opportunity for personal growth myself. And my team as well. We get to work on a lot of projects that really mean something to us and mean something to our departments. But it's just getting to come in to work and work with people. One of my clinical leads, Ethan Wilson, he said it should be illegal how much fun we have when we're at work, and we have a good time when we're here. We get a lot done. We're not just here goofing off. I can honestly say that we enjoy the work that we do.